All right, Mr. Walberg to Mr. Rooney.
Brian, 2 years ago, I was in battle with Mark Schauer, that Marvin and I just talked about, for this seat. And though I outperformed the top of the ticket by over 10,000 votes, only one other member of Congress did that in the nation, while still losing. That performance because of my proven principled conservative record. The Obama way was too strong. Who did you vote for in 2008, congressional race, and why?
I voted for Thaddeus McCowder because I believed he was the right guy to send back to Washington.
So I suppose I couldn't have had your help last time because you don't live in this district.
That's correct.
That's the rebutter's rebuttal. Very good, thank you. Mr. Rooney to Mr. Carlson.
Marvin, I have internally tried to adhere to Ronald Reagan's 11th commandment, where you do not speak ill of fellow Republicans. Will you, in your rhetoric and your mailings and whatever else, try to adhere to that as well?
I certainly have and will, Brian. In my mailings and my rhetoric, I've simply attempted to contrast our different backgrounds and experiences. I think that that's important. I think that, for example, when I challenged all of us to provide their income tax returns to indicate and make transparent how it is we support ourselves, that was important information for all of us to have. You refused to do that. I simply pointed out in my mailings and that you have refused to do that, and you simply are not being transparent. You simply are not revealing the sources of your income, and I think that's critically important, especially when you refer to the fact that you will support the working man and the working women of this 7th Congressional District. Show us how it is you support yourself. You claim to be a business person. Demonstrate it. I've provided my income tax returns, and it's clear that all of my income is derived from my investment business. Where is your income from?
Possible rebuttal from Mr. Rooney.
Sure, I worked at the Thomas More Law Center, and my income at a nonprofit is a matter of public record, and have been for the past 3+ years. You can go online and check out what I made every year, Marvin. I've complied with all the rules and regulations it takes to run for office. So I would also advise you to do a FOIA request down to the House ethics person who gathers most of all the information that you're looking for. My campaign is not dictated to by any other campaign. I run the way I choose to run. And I've complied with everything that I've been asked to comply with. I don't have the time to comply with your request as well, Marvin. So when I asked you to take a pledge to adhere to Ronald Reagan's 11th commandment, I would imagine that when you write the literature that you write, that you would try to be as accurate as possible. But one small thing, but you wrote it down as a truth because you don't know, and you decided to write it anyway, is that I'm a native of Florida, and I'm not. I was born and bred in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I lived there until I was 13 years old. And right on your literature piece, you say I'm a native of Florida. And I think, if you're running for Congress, you should take the responsibility to be as accurate as you can.
Well, Brian, I do know that you did attend high school in Florida.
I did. I met my wife in high school. She's a Florida native.
Okay, thanks, gentlemen.